Hey y'all, I'm glad you're here. I actually wanted to come on here and share with you all a bag that I just purchased locally. You all know that I have recently purchased this lovely Doney and Burke large satchel from the I Love Doney website. And I really like this bag. I've been carrying this bag this summer, and I didn't think I would because, you know, she is black. She's pretty heavy when you fill her up. But besides carrying a tote, this is the bag that I've been carrying this summer. I really like her red interior. It's like a peekaboo for me. And I like her shape. She reminds me of, I want to say, I don't know, the Hamptons, maybe Old Money, Jackie O, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, I don't know, Audrey Hepburn. This is what this bag feels like for me. So I really enjoy her. She's very classy, and she's just very classy. Like there's just something about a bag this shape. It's just, I don't know, 1920s 1940 vibes that it gives me, and I love that era. I love how women dressed like women, carry themselves like women. I don't know, I just like all that vintagey stuff. And and I love vintage stuffs, and I love antiques. So this is why I think I love this bag a lot, because it just gives me that vibe. So yeah, I've been carrying her this summer. Besides carrying a tote, this is the bag that I've been reaching out for. And to be honest with you, it is pretty heavy when she's all filled up. And like I said, I really don't carry, you know, if I go out, like last night I went out to dinner, I actually didn't carry her, but on a daily, I'm carrying her besides my tote. I'm switching from my tote to this bag. So anyways, a lot of my commentators have been mentioning that this bag reminds them of the Hermes Boldy or Baldy. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. I should have looked, but I didn't. And I started to do some research, and oh my God, I really like that bag, but holy cow, the price on that bag is something that I would never do, or I can afford, unless my any man out there or my man wants to buy it for me. But other than that, it's a really nice satchel. And so I started to look for dupes, and I could say that this is a dupe of Hermes Baldy, but then I'm gonna take that back and say no, because this is a Doney and Burke. This is just a Doney and Burke. This is, I don't know, this is not trying to be a dupe, right? Of Hermes Baldy, but whatever. So anyhow, I started to do some more research on bags like this because I really like the style. And I did complain about, you know, it getting all like it. I don't think it'll last. I don't think it'll stay up, and then these things kind of move around, you know. Somebody told me to get an insert, and so I did. But this insert's very thin. I don't really think it's helping it a lot. But then I saw the Hermes Baldy, and that one is just squishy everywhere for like $5,000 bag. That one really is like, you know. So now I'm satisfied with this one. But hey, I reached out to a seller I found online, and she had this bag, and it is this bag right here. This is a Coach Sonoma bag, and it's to me it's just like the Hermes Baldy. I mean, these both look similar, but as you can tell, the Doney and Burke is a smooth leather. And I want to talk about this one because this is a Coach. This is what is considered a vintage Coach. I've never seen these bags before. In fact, I started to look on YouTube to see if I can find this bag, and I only found one video. Her name is Birdie Bloom, and she had a camel kind of color bag. I couldn't find anybody else with this bag on YouTube. So I copy some notes here, but this actually does remind me of the Boldy, the Hermes Boldy bag, but it's not a dupe either because this is Coach. This is the vintage Coach Sonoma, and this bag came out in I think 1990. I don't really have the correct date, 1995, 96, whatever. I did look at Birdie Bloom's video, and she talked about it, and I had gone onto my face group just to make sure that this was authentic. The style number of this bag is 4921. Her creed has the letter E, and the letter E states that this particular bag was made in Italy. So I'm excited about that. And as Birdie Bloom mentioned, she said that these bags were made in the USA, Costa Rica, Italy. But this particular bag, my bag, was made in Italy. Let's see, the satchel. This is a satchel natural grain, and the leather is tumbled, made out of grain, cowhide grain. Yeah. Okay. So what Birdie Blue was saying that I don't know is that this leather is water resistant. Kind of reminds me of the all-weather leather from Doney Burke, but I don't know. So anyways, in the 1990s, this bag actually sold brand new for $320. And what I like about this bag, first of all, it is a grainy, as you can see, it's a grain leather. It's very simple. And again, like it reminds me of, you know, 1960s, 1920s, 1940s, Audrey Hepburn and, you know, Elizabeth Taylor, all those wonderful, beautiful looking women that dressed in a way that said, I'm a woman, yes, you can't have me. So anyways, this is the zipper pull on this one. It's very different. And you know, when I got this bag, I felt like the hardware wasn't brass. And I know I was complaining before that the hardware on this wasn't brass either, and it turns out it's not brass. But funny enough, it isn't brass because Birdie Bloom had put a magnet on it, and I guess if it sticks, it's brass. If it doesn't, I don't have a magnet, or maybe I do. Hold up. I have this little Muppet here, puppet, bird, crow, whatever. And it does have a magnet. I don't know if it's gonna work, but Birdie Bloom was trying to stick and it kind of stuck, but then it wasn't completely sticking. Anyways, it's not sticking at all. But you know, what's so funny is I was looking at the horse tassels for that Hermes carries that they sell. And now I want one. I want like a red one or maybe a brown horse. I don't know. I would think that would look really cute. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one. But anyways, getting back to this bag. So the zipper pull is looks like that. It looks it's not like the same one as the other ones, the other bags. And I want to talk about the interior. The interior is a dark navy silk lining, and I just filled her up with this and put some lavender oil because she did have a perfumey smell that I didn't like. So anyways, this is the interior. You see, it's like their lines, right? She has one pocket there. That's what the zipper looks like in there. And just that one pocket. This is the creed to her, and it's probably not that noticeable. It has a style number, and my creed is J6E. I can't even see. But anyways, she's a really nice bag, and her leather is super soft. but with a grain look. And I want to talk about the handles because I said about the Doney Burke. Look at how the Doney Burke handles get. They're really soft. They're not very structured. But this one, I almost feel like there's a metal in here. Now, if this bag was made in the late 1990s, this shouldn't even be like this, right? But the fact that it is like this, if you feel inside, it feels like there's some maybe like a wire. It feels like there's a wire in here. Yes, that's what it feels like. So anyways, I am going to stuff her back up. Now, actually, what I wanted to do is I wanted to transfer the interior, this, I don't even know what you call this. Like, my brain is just like, y'all, my brain is not doing well lately. It's like I forget what I have to say, but this insert bag organizer, I'm going to transfer this bag organizer to this bag. And by the way, size-wise, from my notes, this bag is 12 by 10 by 5. Similar to this one, but not as much, because the Doney Burke, let me see, the width of the Doney Burke is about 11 by 10. The height is the same, but the width, the Doney Burke width is astronomical. Like, okay, the Doney Burke is about 6, I don't know, 6, almost 6.5, I think. But anyway, so the Sonoma Vintage Coach is a little bit smaller because this is 5, and the Doney Burke is like 6.5. So I'm just gonna transfer the organizer within that one, the Sonoma, and see if it fits. So I inserted the insert that I got from Amazon in here. It is a little bit on the, it doesn't really fit, to be honest with you, because I'm guessing, yeah, the insert is made for this one, but it kind of fits, but it kind of doesn't fit. But I'm gonna just go along with it, and I'm just gonna fill her up like my Doney Burke was filled, and see what that looks like. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. In fact, I think it's okay. So I'm gonna put my Pixel 4 in here, even though I carry my 7 most of the time. Then I'm gonna put my glasses in here. Actually, let me just take, okay, well, anyways, let's just see what that looks like. Now this is what she looks like with that insert. And I don't think it looks bad at all. Since it doesn't really fit, you can see how it lays. But it looks like it's working. I guess I would have to get a smaller one or just deal with it. Who cares if I just don't want to spend any more money, because y'all, this insert cost me 30 bucks and it's so cheesy. It's like very thin, and I got it from Amazon. I'm gonna have to look on Etsy because it's cheesy. And I do like the red because you can see what you're trying to get in that bag. But this lining here is a dark navy. So it looks pretty nice. I mean, it's not that bad, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the insert and just throw everything in there and see what that looks like. So she's not wearing the insert. I don't think it makes a difference how she looks without the insert, but since she is dark, everything is thrown in there. And can you see? Can I see? No. So yeah, you would be like looking for stuff in there. So I think I'm going to get me an insert for this bag. And yeah, so y'all, let me tell you, this bag brand new costs $320. Now, I am going to link the video to Birdie Bloom because she is the only one that I found with this bag. I can't find anybody else. I don't know how much she bought this bag for, but she says she got it for a good price. Her corner wear is like absolutely not even there. And I conditioned her, and I put gray rock on her just in case, but other than that, the lady did say that this bag was sold as is, and she didn't really tell me what was wrong with it, and I really wanted to meet up with her and grab this bag and just take a look. And she was offering, she had it for $65. We didn't discuss the price. So when I met her and I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? And I made sure it was the bag that I saw online. So I gave her 45 bucks. She wanted it. Now, when I came home, I saw a little slit here. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like a little cut, but it's not going through. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. There are some dents here, but I don't think that's like damage. That's just from natural wear. So I'm not sure what the as is was, because I used to be in real estate, and when you sold a house as is, there could be problems that you don't want to discuss, that you're buying my house and my basement was flooded at once and I don't want to discuss it. So you don't disclose those things, or if you sell something as is, you just don't want to disclose. Oh my God. Okay. My memory was full, so now I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff. Not only that, my phone died, it ran out of battery, but also I had to delete stuff. Anyways, so I was talking about how, what was I talking about? Real estate. Okay, when in the real estate world, because I used to sell real estate, sellers sell their homes as is because they don't want to disclose something. And some do disclose it anyway and say, hey, take it as is because that's how I'm selling it, and then others just don't. So for instance, this lady said she was selling this bag as is, and when I took a look at it, I didn't see any damage at all. When I came home, like I was saying, there is this little kind of, I don't know if you can see it right there. It's like a little cut, but it doesn't go through. So I don't think it's a big deal. But also when I came home and I moisturized her, I felt like her hands were kind of rubbery. They're less rubbery now, but that can also be from, people's lotions and potions and all that stuff, and dirty hands and carrying over time. But I did previously buy a bag that was really rubbery and it was coming off. So I always try to figure out, well, why is it so rubbery? So I'm going to have to reach out to my coach, vintage lovers, and see what they can tell me about rubbery handles, although they're not as rubbery anymore after cleaning them, so who knows. But anyways, I don't see this bag being damaged, and like I said, she was selling it for 65. I offered her 45. She took it, and the weird thing is that when I went to leave her a positive feedback, she took the bag down. So then I'm like, oh my God, what if this bag is fake? But it's not fake because before purchasing it, I consulted with Vintage Coach lovers and I made sure that it was authenticated, and it is truly a Vintage Coach authentic bag. So I'm still wondering, why did she do that? She only had 2 things on there anyway, so who knows? But anyways, I really like this bag, and I did start going onto eBay and seeing if I can find this bag, and I did find this bag. So if you're interested in this bag, you're not gonna find her on eBay for $45. You're not gonna find her on eBay for $100. Yeah, they're selling these bags closer to $200-300 used, and like I said, brand new in the 1990s. $320. And I really like this bag, and it does remind me of the Hermes Boldy. In fact, I don't even care if it reminds me of the Hermes. To me, like I said, it reminds me of 1920s, 1940s women, beautiful women. When women, I don't want to say when women were women, but when women were allowed, I don't want to say allowed either, but when women dressed a certain way where they didn't work as hard. And not to say women didn't work hard, because there were some women that did work hard and they did have to wear heavy stuff and dark clothing and, you know, just not, they didn't look like, you know, they put time into themselves. But it just reminds me, I guess it was celebrities, because I am talking about Marilyn Monroe, I don't know, Elizabeth Taylor. I guess it reminds me of celebrities with money, whatever. Anyways, so, okay. And I like that time. I like their lives. I don't know. I like to look into their lives, and I wish I had their lives, and I wish I was in their lives. So yeah, not the working hard woman. And sometimes today we have less opportunities to look a certain way, which we all desire and deserve. But sometimes things like this make you feel like that. And I think we should all feel cutesy and, you know, whatever we want to feel like, I think we should feel that way. And like I said, these bags make me feel a certain way. And I like vintage and I like antiques, and I just like that kind of stuff. So anyways, like I said, if you are interested in one of these bags, take a look on eBay. You can find them, and even Etsy. I saw them on Etsy, but they're selling for like brand new price. But if you really want something like this, if you really like the Hermes bag, right? Invest in something like this. I mean, you know, Hermes is pretty pricey. And then again, you know, these are still in stock. I got this for a sale. I think $179, and I think there is a sale going on right now with Doney. I love Doney. You get 50% off plus another 30, and I think this bag came up to $187. I mean, I think I paid $170 something, so it's similar to what I paid. And you know, if you like styles like this, also go get yours. Bye.
When I fall in love, it will be forever.